It's important, isn't it, to know what's worth fighting for and what isn't? Some of the wars over the years could be considered just wars, as St. Augustine put it. But some of them were wars not worth fighting over. Some of them were downright ridiculous. For instance, the War of the Oaken Bucket in 1325 between two states in Italy. This war began when a rivalry between Modena and Bologna spiraled out of control over a wooden bucket. The trouble started when a band of Modena soldiers raided Bologna and stole a large wooden bucket. The raid was successful, but Bologna, wishing to secure both its bucket and its pride, declared war on Modena. The war raged on for 12 whole years, but Bologna never did manage to get the bucket back. To this day, the bucket is still stored in Modena's bell tower. But you know, it's not just in wars that we sometimes fight for things we shouldn't fight for. A couple years ago, a fight broke out at the Meteor Buffet in Huntsville, Alabama. The police were called and arrests were made. And what was the fight over? Crab legs. Someone budged in line for the crab legs. Now, I like crab legs as much as the next person, but some things are worth fighting for and some are not. There's going to be a great war someday, and it's a war that must be fought. It has been ordained since the garden. We learn about it in today's passage, Revelation 16, verse 12 through 21. The sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east. And I saw coming out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, 3 unclean spirits like frogs. For they are demonic spirits performing signs, who go abroad to the kings of the whole earth, to assemble them for battle on the great day of God the Almighty. Behold, I am coming like a thief. Blessed is the one who stays awake, keeping his garments on, that he may not go about naked and be seen exposed. And they assembled them at the place that in Hebrew is called Armageddon. The seventh angel poured out his bowl into the air, and a loud voice came out of the temple from the throne saying, "It is done." And there were flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunder, and a great earthquake, such as there had never been since man was on the earth. So great was that earthquake. The great city was split into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And God remembered Babylon the Great to make her drain the cup of the wine of the fury of his wrath. And every island fled away, and no mountains were to be found. And great hailstorms, about 100 pounds each, fell from heaven on people. And they cursed God for the plague of the hail, because the plague was so severe. Now, there's a lot going on in this passage, but what I want us to ultimately understand is that a final battle between good and evil, between Jesus and his archenemy, Satan, was destined to occur. It will conclude the tribulation and usher in the second coming of Jesus and his reign on earth for all eternity. As we will see in Revelation 19, we will join Jesus in this battle as part of his holy army along with the angels. Though we won't have to do much, Jesus will do it all. But we will reap the benefits of his defeat of Satan and his rebellious followers. This is a war we know we've already won. So, let's live as victorious soldiers now, since the battle has already been won. Our closing benediction. May we live in the confidence of being on the conquering side. May we follow our commander, Jesus Christ, fearlessly and with great courage. Amen.